Brought to you by the biggest real-time strategy game on a fully persistent MMO galaxy, Novus Eterno. Play against thousands of other players in an endless universe of galaxies where your strategic decisions have real consequences. You can help back Novus Eterno on Kickstarter or learn more at novuseterno.com.
What's up, guys? I'm Ashley Jenkins, and Respawn lead designer Justin Hendry has spoken out in defense of Titanfall's 12-player limit. Earlier this week, Respawn co-founder Vince Zampella confirmed that the maximum number of human players in a Titanfall match would be 12, leading to some concerns over the game's scope. But Hendry insists this doesn't mean it will be boring. Rather, the limit keeps the game from getting overly hectic. The higher the player count, the more uncomfortable the game gets. Essentially, there are 5 directions you can get killed from, and the higher that player count, the more likely you are to get killed from behind, and the more difficult it is to kind of manage your surroundings, he shares. In addition to the higher-than-average number of approaches to buildings, another departure from the kinds of shooters many gamers will be accustomed to is getting around without your Titan. You aren't meant to run around on the ground, you actually move faster by wall running. So evaluating your surroundings gives you more to think about. We are pretty avid players in the studio. People speak their minds, and we listen and make changes. This is the number that felt best, Hendry says, explaining that they started out looking at 8 or 12 players per side, then drifted downward as far as 2 per side before settling on 6 as the sweet spot. He also assures gamers that though there will be a wide range of map sizes and configurations, action will never be more than a few seconds away. Each of the 6 players per side can call in a Titan, which has its own AI and can be slaved to follow or guard its pilot. And on top of that, each side will have 12 AI combatants that serve to provide backstory and keep the combat interesting without drawing priority from the other player combatants. Hendry says, when people start playing Titanfall like Titanfall, the player count becomes a non-issue. Next up, Konami has revealed that Metal Gear Rising Revengeance for PC has been patched following its release yesterday. When it became available, the publisher was immediately flooded with reports of the game crashing and failing to play when users disconnected from the internet. A number of Steam users initially believed the crashes to be the result of unadvertised always-on DRM, but Platinum Games creative director Jean-Pierre Kellems assured them this wasn't the case. It is a bug. It is not supposed to work like that, he said. Konami also acknowledged the issue yesterday, saying, "We are aware of the offline play issue for Metal Gear Rising for Steam and are working on a fix." A patch was issued last night, and the game has been updated so new downloads will not be affected. Those who've already downloaded the game should be able to update it, though if you continue to experience issues, the next step might simply be to re-download the game. And moving on, Microsoft's Team Dakota has announced that the Project Spark beta for Xbox One will kick off next month, and everyone currently participating in the Windows 8 version of the beta will have access. If you're in the PC beta, or at least have a key, that key will work on the Xbox One version as well. But if you gave it away because you don't have Windows 8, don't panic. You'll be provided with a second key to use on Xbox One. Project Spark is Microsoft's new tool for building games and videos, offering the flexibility to control as much or as little as you like, with the software filling in the gaps for you. The software is expected sometime this year for PC and Xbox One, and has also been announced for Xbox 360, though whether that version will release at the same time as the others remains unclear. Finally, Nintendo has revealed that 2013 was a record year for 3DS in the United States, where software sales rose 45% from the previous year. No doubt, the sales were helped by Pokémon X and Y, which was the best-selling title for the year, with more than 9.2 million units sold worldwide, 4 million of which came in the first 2 days of the game's release in October. Further bolstering the software was Animal Crossing New Leaf, which released in Japan in 2012 but didn't hit North American shores until last June, and Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, which rounded out the top 3. 3DS hardware sales in the US passed 11.5 million, including those of the newly released 2DS, and reached 42 million globally. 3DS was also the best-selling video game console in the UK for the year, ahead of PlayStation 4, which was the #1 selling home console. Nintendo released their 3DS system in February of 2011 in Japan and began rolling out worldwide in March of the same year. The 3DS XL followed in 2012, and the 2DS, a 2D-only entry-level version, released in October 2013. In a bid to keep their momentum going, Nintendo has shared that they'll release Yoshi's New Island for 3DS on March 14th in North America, though they declined to comment on the European release date for the game. Yoshi's New Island is a successor to the SNES Yoshi's Island, and creative director on that original title, Takashi Tezuka, is also heading up the new title. The game was informally announced last April, then officially unveiled at E3, and resembles the original with watercolor elements as you take control of Yoshi on a mission to carry Baby Mario to safety. And that's the final news for the week. Are you one of 2013's 3DS adopters, or are handheld consoles not really your thing? Let us know in the comments below. And over the weekend, make sure to visit roosterteeth.com for new videos to save you from boredom.